Armory disc golfers, welcome back to another video. I'm often excited about the videos that I make, hence why I make them. But today is extra special because I have not one, not two, but three new releases that are dropping. I've got special ways for you to win some of these guys for free, multiple of them, and there's stories to tell behind each of them. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Meridian Discs. Let's get into it. I'm not going to stand here and yap for 10 minutes because I know you want to see some discs fly. So I'll start by saying marbled graphite Tundra looks awesome in the air. I am going to yap about that for a little bit. We'll throw three off of one here at Research Park. I know these are stable guys, so yeah. I mean, you could see I put that on Anheuser. It even came out at the end. That might be parked. The Ravine, otherwise known as the Ravine, debut of highlight plastic. Got a lot of good things to say about that. Also, stable to overstable, stable to straight, 5502 mid-range. I'm also going to put this one on some Annie. Probably put that one too low. Oh man, it's coming out though. Yo, plus bonus jet footage in the background. I'm glad both of those went well because I hate throwing fairway drivers, especially understable fairway drivers on this hole for a reason that I'll show you very shortly if you're not familiar with Research Park. 7.5 -2-1. I'm just gonna breathe on this thing though. Come on out of it. Yes. Honestly, probably a good tree. I'm a little worried that that was just gonna keep coasting over the back wall there. Yes, sir. Not a bad spread to start the day at all. You like that little stepper from 20 feet? And this is why I was scared of throwing the rip current and this hole in general, because there's a pond directly behind the basket, and it may or may not be the cause of this being the second time that I've tried to record this video in as many days. Okay, well, we are done with messing around with that. Stop. No shot. So like I said, there's like a story behind each of these discs that make them each interesting to me. The Ravine is a mold that's been out before, but this is the debut of Meridian's highlight plastic. Meridian Discs plastic is rock stuff, highlight glows apparently, and the highlight glows really well apparently, because this compares favorably to just about any glow matte plastic on the market, I think. And the Ravine is known for having this like smooth inner rim that I feel like I can really dig in on a backhand. It doesn't feel like a forehand mid-range. If you forehand mid-ranges, you know what I mean. I got scared of hitting this tree right in front of me. That was kind of dominating my thoughts. The Tundra we'll talk more about, looks pretty in the air, and I'm gonna say that like 15 more times before this video ends, I'm sure. Okay, once again, I cannot stop thinking about this tree. Stop though. Oh, that's actually really good. That disc is stable. For 2401, that's stable. If you've joined me for multiple disc reviews, you know that I love musing about flight numbers, and I'm gonna be yapping about these for a while because it does kind of perplex me, because I feel like it does glide a lot. I feel like it's more than a 0.1, but saying like 2403 sounds just kind of wild. At least it looks cool in the air. There's a decent amount of construction going on, so I'm not going to talk too much right here, but I will say we'll talk more about the rip current here in just a minute. I will say though that it is a flat top variant of the normal current, 7.5 -1-1, new rip current, 7.5 -2-1. That's not going to come back. It's so easy to throw that disc like 350 accidentally. I'm going to try to throw on the same angle with the regular current. I almost aced it. I feel like that's a pretty good... I stopped because I wanted to get out of the way of the construction stuff. I was saying, I feel like that's a pretty good comparison of the two flights of the discs. They may not have been on the exact same angle, blah, 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 but the rip current, same mold, noticeably less stable than a stock run current, which I think is really cool. We'll talk more about as we go on. Now I'm gonna go from the rip current, because that's the disc that we're reviewing, and try to make a C2 birdie putt. My original thought for the rip current is that this is like the perfect AM level fairway driver. And I say that because, like what I said off the tee, It's so easy to throw the disc like accidentally 350 if you're throwing like 55, 60 miles an hour or whatever. And if you have a lower arm speed, it's gonna be really nice to just hold really straight lines and get good glide. I'll jump putt this. Maybe, maybe not. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. So for the record, I didn't say it, but I do want to carry one of these around and just pawn it off on any of my card mates that putt with like P2s or Fireflies or something similar to that, so I can watch it during my rounds. This hole doesn't make a ton of sense for these discs, honestly. It's like 365 or something like that. I just like throwing it, so I'm probably only gonna throw the rip current. I'll just throw the rip current twice because I got two of them. These tree branches make this tricky. I need to throw it high so it has time to turn, but I've got to throw it left so that it can turn. I don't know if that'll come out of that or not. Cut, roll back in. 0 for 1, we're out of bounds right now. Take 2 with the rip current. I didn't throw it high enough. I didn't throw it a lot of things enough. But it is in bounds, and it is technically a birdie look. And while I'm walking over here to my lie, I've got time to talk to you about the release party tonight, because Meridian Discs is doing a live stream for the release of these discs. And they're gonna be giving away a lot of these discs for free. They've given us bonus discs to just give away in Meridian orders, which is really cool. Discounts, there's gonna be like pro events there. It's all on a live stream hosted by Meridian Discs. We actually get to be a part of that. I'm really excited about it. 6:30 p.m. CST, the day this video goes live, Saturday. So pop on over there, check that out. If you like the way these things look, if you like the way they fly, and now I'm gonna try to make another C2 birdie look with a nice floaty Tundra. And I say nice and floaty because I'm used to putting with PA3s, which are bricks compared to something like a Tundra or a P2 or whatnot. Let's go. Looks great in the air. Looks great in the air, looks great in the basket. I hope y'all like your disc reviews informative, because I feel like I am just blasting y'all with information. The marbled graphite Tundra, like I said, these are bottom stamped. This has been released before, just not in this colorway. There was black and like really light gray. Really limited edition back then. Now you can get them in blue. I have mentioned how they look in the air. It's a nice stiff plastic if you like that sort of thing. I'm gonna give it a toss straight away. I think this is like 230 or so. And you know what? I'll put this one on hyzer because I keep flexing it. You've seen that the disc can fight out of an anhyzer a bit. Babied it, babied it. I will do the same for the good old Ravine, not baby it, but throw it on hyzer. Actually, I said it's not a forehand disc. I'll forehand it. Ace it. Ace it. It's a forehand disc. I don't know how close that actually was. From my angle, I thought it was going in. I think my Ravine is actually a little bit closer than this, but this serves two purposes. One, this gives me an excuse if I miss this putt, and two, I can just pick up my Ravine on my way to the next basket. Goodness grief. They're floaty. That's what I said. I said they're floaty putters. That's what happened there. I have said a couple times that the rip current, and this is just a non-stamped rip current. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not. You're gonna find these very easy to flip up off of hyzer and just push straight for a long time, or hold anhyzers for a long way. This is kind of what I'm talking about. 280-ish foot hole. I'm gonna be able to throw this on hyzer pretty gently. I expect it to pop up, maybe even drift right a little bit, and then slowly come back at the end. I smoked it. That disc is going way farther than 280. That's what I'm talking about. The disc wants to go. I'll throw the current again just to show you the difference between the two, because I think this is a great disc as well. It's more like a FD or like a slightly beaten T-bird. Okay, well, that one is also going farther than 280, and I threw it lower. Hopefully you can see on camera though, it's already getting edge and like coming back left there. For my actual second shot, I'm gonna throw the Ravine again. I believe I can get there with the Tundra, but this just feels like a Ravine shot. I tell you what, I have really been enjoying overstable mid-ranges that I can put on a little bit of anhyzer out of my hand, and that I know are just gonna like slowly work their way back throughout the flight. That's nice. Normally I like to tap in my mid-ranges or drivers whenever they're so close, but I mean, for reference, this guy, the first rip current that I threw, went like 70 or 80-ish feet long. Double Mando hole, gonna go with the Tundra, and I was gonna throw the Ravine, but I might just rip a rip current and try to ace it. We'll see how this one goes. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, let's blow up the chains. I hate that I just said that. This shot is about to be so bad, and don't ever call an ace before you throw. Or at least if you do, be a lot better than me. Super close, super duper close. I thought that it was gonna like break over a little bit more, and if it hits that breakover point, I do think that it's going somewhere in the vicinity of the basket. Whatever, it was not my best shot. It's fine. I hope that y'all will join us at the live stream. Let us know that you watched the review as well. I'll send one of these discs. Just let me know which one you would want between the Rip Current, the Tundra, and the Ravine, and I'll send you one of these bad boys. Just say I was there, and I'll pick one of you guys at the live stream and give one of these away. In addition to the other things that we're gonna be giving away and whatnot at that event, it's gonna be cool. It's the first time I've been involved in something like this, so I'm really excited for it. I'm about to rope this Rip Current. Yes. Yes. Yes, I love it. It's so easy to just throw on a little bit of hyzer, pops up straight. That's exactly what I've been talking about. It has a little bit of drift right, as it will. It's a -2 turn fairway. I think they nailed the numbers on this. -2-1 seems great. Ravine, again, I love throwing these things on a little bit of anhyzer, so I'm gonna try that again. I lied. I'm gonna go aiming like at that right tree. If I hit it, so what? But I want you to see it on hyzer because I love throwing anhyzers, but that may not be everybody's thing. Look at hyzers. Look, it hits trees. Should have let me throw my anhyzer. I swear to you, this thing has more glide than a PA3, which makes sense, a lot of discs do. But I saw that sucker like here, and I just knew from the thousands of putt that I have with PA3s that it was going to drop in, and it just held, which is great if you like floaty putters. But I will say, it's nice that it's floaty and it feels easier to putt from range because of that. I can just aim at the middle of the basket. I didn't trust myself to do it, but it maintains stability. I feel like it has just been story time today. I feel like I've been talking or like saying a lot more things than I normally do. And one of the things that I haven't said, because it's just like normal for them at this point, but it needs to be pointed out. In addition to the marbled graphite Tundras that I've talked a lot about, this thing going on, like the Jawbreaker Z look, Meridian's not made by Discraft, but this looks awesome. It looks incredible. I love it. I'm a big fan of what they're doing. This is a par 4 down a hill. There's a pond down that hill and then across the pond. So I'm gonna start with a Rip Current and then I'll finish with the slow guys. Need to be sure not to hit it too hard because I don't want to go into said pond. That is pretty ideal. Okay, I had more space than I thought that I did. I didn't want the disc to start like pushing over the hill and gliding down into it. It's kind of weird to show a disc like the Rip Current at a course like this because there's not very many tight wooded shots, but on like the hole that I just threw, I really like having an understable fairway like this to just pop on hyzer and know that the disc will do the work, flip up, push, and finish essentially dead straight. This, hey, an actual chance to throw the Ravine on some hyzer. Just gotta get it moving right of this tree. I like it. Cinematic bird feature, we'll go straight at it with the Tundra. Push, 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 jump up that hill. Yes. Man, I really like the way these things have been flying today. Thank y'all so much for sticking in there with me. A lot of talking, a lot of throwing. I'm really excited about what Meridian Discs is doing. I really think that they're onto something. Join us for that live stream. Check them out for yourself if you like the way that they look. And I'll leave you with this battle putt. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.